division will be able to achieve double-digit growth year over year with EBITDA margin reaching 35% on a full-year basis. That's Sandy Lima Bravo on their conference call.
Hey guys, for the few that are here, I'm looking. That's at the $0.50. I don't need to mark a level there. I was just trying to see if NVIDIA was going to give us any channeling here. We've got some interesting movement on this stock, which is cool. I got a swing over on Tesla right now on a different account. Just a small share size, so I can check on that from time to time. But Charlie already made her goal with that situation on that other account. Did you? No, okay, no, you almost made your goal. You're at 130 on that. Trading Tesla. We were trading Tesla at the open briefly on another account, which normally she will not do, but we did it. We discussed it.
Arcadia on very light volume.
So what we got here is
Seed Company.
SPY is bearish. QQQ says slightly bearish. NVIDIA says bearish. AMD is bullish. Tesla neutral. Slightly bullish on Apple. Neutral on Amazon. Neutral on Palantir. Hood is bearish on Sophie. Broadcom is neutral. CoreWeave is neutral. HIMS is neutral. Applied Digital is slightly bullish. Bearish tilt for BABA. INTC is neutral, and MU is neutral. I mean, we got some reports coming out. I mean, yesterday was obviously down. The overall market was down. Most of the big boys are kind of trading a little lower right now. Let's see, yeah, so Tesla's moving out of my position, so it's going down. So it went way up. I think I got it at 28, 428 something. But so let's take a look at this one. Yep, that's definitely moving. That's worthy of trading. I think we traded this the other day, right? I can't remember how good I did on this or if I did bad on this. That's at the even $1.47, resting at the low ATR. The price of this stock is 44, so theoretically, on this account, I could go yeah, 500 shares, really. I could do 500 shares if I wanted to trade that high here. It's moving the same way, so you could, it's just like you're trading a large cap. I mean, it's the same kind of sort of strike and recoil here on this one. Yeah, so I did trade it because there's some levels from a previous day up there. Seems kind of long biased on this. I love to trade the bigger ones because I know they always retrace. That's why I kind of get stuck there. Oh, let's take a look at the other. Let's take a look at Tesla because I've got some money over there now. So let me do that and just switch this account real quick. Yeah, so that's up to 400. So I think I'm going to take that. So we'll cancel that order, cancel all, and we're at 200. So we will sell.
ARTV,
and that was a good start. 513 on that account. That was just a little swing I was doing. Now we'll go back to business over here. I had a goal of 400, so 500 is just fine. This one's oh, this is Tesla. Wow, so can Tesla's, we weren't going to look at Tesla originally, but look at
Tesla
that,
shares popping to the highs now, up about $3. Tango Sandy Lima Alpha, TSLA.
Yeah, he just talked about Tesla. Yeah, so this is one of the bigger movers that we just got onto here. Let's get down to the 50 shares where it can be afforded here. So Tesla on this size account without margining, a 42K account can do 100 shares total without margining. So coming into 50% of the position. I hate to chase this right now, I got to tell you, but it is moving strong here. I mean, it's good to be long biased, but we want some consolidation.
AREB, American Rebel shares halted again at the intraday.
I've got a
high,
couple
still
other
down
swings.
about 23.5%. But
I've got NVIDIA still swinging on that other account, but I'm up much higher. I'm at 83. I almost added to that position this morning when it was down to 77.17. But I thought, no, it could go a lot lower before I want to wait. I got stung really bad with that one when it went all the way down below $100 like 6 months ago or something. I was just like, man. And then AMD, I got out early just before it popped to 234 when I was way down into the 160s or something. It was like, God, who would have thought? I just missed that. I didn't miss it the day it did it because I traded it then, but I had a swing and I missed that, so that was annoying. I have been continuing to trade a little later with large share size. I have some of those recordings. I'll probably be put out at some point on the Day Trading for Success, obviously. So welcome to the $1 Million Margin Club. If you've just come over here, I am their guest trader. I'm going to try to make us $150 on a sort of strike and recoil strategy, which comes from their book, Day Trading Volume 1 originally, which kind of started all the large cap trading way back in 2022. Large cap scalping. I mean, I didn't start large cap trading, but and a certain strategy. And then they have all these amazing indicators that you see me using here. Now I can trade with or without them. They make it a lot easier to call the price action if you use the indicators they have. And they have a series over here called the Toolbox series. I highly recommend you watch. Man, look at it, still going, huh? I guess I should have just stayed in that move. It would have been another. Would have been up to 700 or 800. If you just got on, I just sold out of that move over here. I had a move, and I sold out of it. So it makes it for the, if we were trading on this account, it would make it well above what we're going for, which is 150. But that's not what that account is for. That's for the large cap, large share size traders. So I just took a early one in there.
Intel shares moving.
Man, I can't trade this because I don't want to chase it. There was a little recoil here. Average range. Look at the average range of these candles. This is the range here. And then that's your target, which is much less going down than up, obviously. But it's going to hit here at some point because there's no real reason this should be happening, as always with Tesla. The whole market just seems to be going up, huh? Yeah, now NVIDIA's up to 182. It's almost up to my swing position. I'm looking at the scanner over here. We're still before we start to trade. Go to the different scanners that are offered. You go in here and you'll see that right here, I kind of labeled them so they'd be easier to find. Like this is the consolidation one. I'll scan fresh. And this one is priced between 25 and 400, so it won't have Tesla. Your ATR is equal to 2 or greater. minimum of 100,000 volume per 1 minute candle, which it will keep track of here. So this is not, yeah, let me get that on here. This is what we want, right? Is this, no, this is, let's see, yesterday's mark close.
Intel shares continuing to move here now, up about.
This is what I want, even though it says 15 cents here. That's going to give me these things that I was looking for, and the spread. Now these are a part of the custom codes on ones, but this just helps you see where you're at. And then the other one, that one's the Professor's Consolidation Scanner. That's going to get you a lot of the ones that I trade in the morning right off. And then this one is another one that's, this one is the Professor's Volume and Price per 1 minute candle. Again, and this is set up correctly here. That's good. And this is going to give you a few different ones that are, you know, actionable depending on that day. So between 25 and 400, ATR greater than 3, not 2. As you can see up here, these are custom codes and coding here. A minimum of 10,000 volume per 1 minute candle. So you can have a lot more options here. So when you're looking, when you're going around the day and you're looking for stuff, you know, that's, so all these are available at the $1 Million Margin Club. I labeled them here so they'd be easier to find. Here's the third one, 50K per 1 minute instead of 10K. So there'll be fewer stocks. It's thinking. Don't know why it's taking so long to think. What happened? Try again. Don't know why that one's not loading. That's the 4%. This should get the, yeah, the ones that you'll see over at like Warrior Trading and stuff like that. I mean, these are the ones that you buy those expensive. You don't have to buy the expensive scanner service now because basically I just copied everything so that you can get it for $4.99 and see all these ones that they jump on. So this is not, don't go by that, but this is the, is this the high of day? Yeah, this is the high of day one. So this is Professor's High of Day scanner price, $2 or greater. Yeah, there's the $2. Okay. Minimum 100,000 volume, and then consistently updates high, the stock that's the high of day here. So which ones? So that one's pretty handy to have if you're looking for the real movers, momentum movers. And then this one is the 4% gap one, gap and go, based on a specific strategy. So you're going to get other ones. So if you have those two up, you'll catch every single mover that all these momentum traders trade, and you don't have to pay for their services. $4.99, you got it. You could make it yourself too if you wanted to. I just want to make sure I went over those so you guys saw them. Everything's freshly scanned. That's the Professor's High of Day. So this one might be kind of interesting to look at, guys. Let me detach that and pull that over here. Go to charts here and just see. Okay, good. It's pulling back. We might be able to trade this. Yeah, because we can't just have it go in one direction. What is that level that it's holding right there? Oh, that's right there, right? No, we're right here. Okay, that's a pre-market level. Is that right? No, it's this level. What level is that? 2171. This level, yeah, the previous, is that right? Yeah, we're way up here. Okay. Yeah, so that looks, that got respected for a minute there. That stopped it dead. Did it break? No, it stopped it dead. And that's the previous day. That's why marking historical data is just a good idea, you know. So let's see if that moves a little bit more, and then we can actually come over and trade this. In the meantime, let's take a look at, so the one over here that's high of day is Intel. is moving. Let's see what Intel looks like. This is at the top of that scanner. Wow, look at that, huh? Let's take a look at the level 2 on this and see if we're getting the action we need. How thickly traded this is. So it's only moved a penny in like 5 seconds. Now maybe you like stocks like this. I can't trade this. For me, that's like 3 cents in 15 seconds. There it goes a little bit there. So you drop in a lot more shares. You drop in 500,000 shares. You can make some money calling this the right direction. It looks like it's, we'd want to go long biased at this point on that thing. If you're looking for that, get the scanner though. If you like those, stopped it dead at the ATR. Look at that. He's going to do it again at that ATR. Then you've really got something here. 76 is the ATR. Seems like it's stopping it there. The next one down on the, I'm just clicking on the high of day one here. So the next one is open. Let's see what that looks like here. Yeah, it's another one that went way up. This is how you can find the real movers and the bias that they go, high of day. And then you just got to be careful that you're not, sitting around waiting for the downward move and not getting out. Like once it starts going the other way, set some points. Like you'd want to set areas like, geez, if it drops below 712, that's a problem now. It's maybe not long bias. This is barely moving. This is why I don't usually trade these. But, you guys might trade different ways. So it's something to think about, Switch back to NVIDIA, which is going up there a bit today. I think I'm going to go back over to Tesla in a minute, though, and try to get us on 50 shares. This is good. This is good price action too, right, guys? So if we're looking for consolidation on a large cap that's basically going to, I have no idea why I put that there, but that just happened today. I'm going to remove that since we have additional price action. There's a trend line from yesterday. I think I showed that. So it's recovering. It's going back up. So that's the high of day. That's all that green line means. It's nothing. It's not a level. This is a tweezer move right here, though, that I would probably mark if I'm going to try to trade this, like right here. And then one down here. So it's kind of a channel in between the whole and half dollar levels here, 82 and 181.50. Let's see. Let's get another look at this in a few minutes and see if we're getting a ceiling floor action that we can actually call some good trades on. In the meantime, let me go back to Tesla and just see what did it do. What has it done here? It's doing some nice stuff, guys, on the 1 minute. So this is good. This is tradable. So we're getting this, it looks like it respected this floor a little bit above it again. And then this is the ceiling right here at 434. So I would go short as it breaks that level and wait for the retracement. And I would go long down here. Now each one of these is 50 cents. So 50 shares can be a lot of money very quickly. So you'd be careful if you're going to do this. But let's take a look at this for... if you have an account that's funded, well, mine is 42,000. I could go 100 shares and hold it for whatever, because I'm not going over the value of the account. If you're gonna margin, remember, if you go overnight, if you swing it, that it's gonna not be 4 times overnight, it'll be half. Okay, so here we go. So that's that. It rejected it again at the 34, huh? I was waiting to see if it made a move. You see the price action coming in above the magnet here. So that can be like a springboard. So let's wait a second. Yeah, it went up another 50 cents there for a split second. Let me get this adjusted. I hope I don't miss the trade here. I just want to make sure I got everything, all eyes on stuff here. There's another level right up there at the 37. That's historical data. Oh, it rejected there. Look at the spread. Yeah, I was about to push sell just to get in, but the spread was so big, I didn't do it. So it kind of did a little kind of channel hop there, broke that level. Let's see if it's going to go back down. So it would have been a great trade if I got in right there and I was messing around with the chart, but I won't miss it a second time. So let's see. And then going in long, anywhere long in the 33 area, 33 even, I would say. Not 33.50, 33 even down here. Smooth the level. Right around there. There's a lot of action there. So we might get a retracement back up there. Or a little jump. Let's let it go down a little bit more. Yeah, so it's definitely making a move up. So this was a higher high on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, it made a bit of a bull flag. So we've got a good, I think we're going to do we have a good trade about to happen here, I think. Now remember, I might hold it in to being 100, 150 down based on what I see here. So I'm prepared to do that. You guys have to lower your share size if it's going to be a problem. So if you're trying to follow me, remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I recommend you seek the advice of someone licensed before you take any trades or follow anything I do here. I haven't taken my first trade yet, so I just barely got that in on time, but it is on every single live video. Remember that, though. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, guys, and this trading is risky. You should trade in a simulator first and try to get green for like 30 days prior to that. So I'm getting various comments that there's a bigger delay. I'm not sure why that would be happening. I checked everything again today. I'm hoping the delay isn't that big. I'm trying to call out what I'm going to do in case it's delay. And really, I'm looking to go in here long, the 433 level, and I will go short off this where it made this flat top. See the price action coming in again on the above the magnet means it's going to go up, guys. Not always, but everybody sees that volume in different types of indicators, and it tells them, you know, the direction. If it's above the magnet down here, it usually means it's going to go. This is the market magnet indicator. You can get it at the $1 Million Margin Club here. I'm not just pointing it out because they have it. I actually coded this for a prop firm. So I know very well how well it works. You can duplicate it on Thinkorswim. You could actually duplicate this without spending the money if you wanted to do it. It's all set up and raring to go here. Your first trade can usually pay for it. Here we go. We're going to get a dip down there. Stop right at the magnet. So keeping the low share size, keeping it low share size, keeping it tight. It's churning in here between the 434 and the 433.50. Just churning right here. I was looking for a better entry, a little lower here. And maybe it's just not going to get down there again. I don't know. I might get in sooner if it just isn't going to go down. The second I do, though, it'll drop. Yeah, I've missed like 4 trades here already. 25, 50-cent trades here. That times 50, This is a good sign, though, that it's just churning here because this is where we can make some money. All right, so getting ready to short as it goes up. Looking for the 50-cent area. There it goes. I'm going to try to get it there. All right, so I shorted it now, taking a chance that it's not just going to rocket because it did break the level. This is where you're happy you have low share size. So I tried to make a small profit there. It's toying with me. Too bad it didn't pick me up. That would have been good. I'm not going to go to my 100 shares yet. I might up here, though, go to 100 shares at the 37 mark.
NVIDIA share is positive now, up about 0.5%.
Really looked like it, we might, but it's making it, I should be trading at long bias is what I should be doing. I should have been going for the dip more than off the top. It's just safer when it's moving this direction. And here I'm thinking about doubling down, so I have to I have to consider if that's a smart move right now. And for some sort of a retracement here, recoil, and then get out and think about maybe just going long right now till it shows new stripes. No sign of turning around in my terrible position. It's getting worse. Not sure I really want to add to this, guys. It's easy to recover from this right now. If I add to it and I'm $200 down, then it's not easy to recover. See if there's any other data telling me anything other than this 37 mark is wow. So that's not good for me. Is it going to reject off that 37? I'm going to have to get out of this soon here. Any kind of a dip. Yeah, I'm just going to get out. So that was a bad trade. 116 down. Okay, we won't be riding it short again. Ouch. Ouchie. Glad I made that 500 already. Kind of surprised it's so strong moving up right now. Called it neutral today. Just can't on these streams, man. Seem to be letting you guys down. I will be giving you an update on Day Trading for Success, how we're doing. Overall, we're doing green every day, but you guys don't see it, unfortunately. So now I'm looking for a dip, and I'm not going to go short again. And I'm frustrated that I can't seem to get it for you when you're watching. Of course, it made a real breakout as soon as I went short. It didn't do this business anymore. It's almost untradeable right now for me to trade it because you're like chasing it again. So now I'm stuck on this stock, but I kind of don't like what it's doing anymore. I like when it was doing this, churning here. Now I don't like it because it's like I got to chase it. The dip was down here, 436.27, a whole dollar off. Man, well, I'm glad I got out of that. Thinking about getting in off the even dollar down there. Let's see if it's going to hold that even dollar. Well, that would have been 50 cents already. What is going on with Tesla suddenly? Only the Tesla gods know. Let me take a look at some of the other. Everything's green across the board now. Yep, NVIDIA broke 183, just came back down. AMD's up as well. Man, didn't want to go short. Now I'm thinking the 50 cents might be my entry. It really needs to do some sort of a slowdown here. Just keeps going up. Will it break off that ATR? This is normally where I would go short, but I'm afraid now. I'm scared, as they say. Yeah, it could break it. So this is like 438.23. That's usually a serious resistance. It's a 50% ATR right there. Gonna punched it, and just almost hit it at that 50 cent down there. It's just, there's no sign of this going down still. The pullbacks is going to hold the 48. Still have not entered this because I keep thinking it's about to drop. Some of you are probably in it, and good for you. All right, I got in at 99, and I'm prepared to hold that for a little bit as it goes down. Now, typically, I would take that 15 bucks. It's just I'm down so far now. I'm looking at it differently. But really, I should take this. I'm going to go ahead and take that if it gives me that 43. It's one big chunk of what I had there gone. Yeah, so now I'm only down 73. I'm running 50% with my trades. Not too good. But again, looking for the dip. Okay. So I got it at 10 that time. Try to get us. So now that was another. Got my average up a little anyway. So we'll play it long biased on the dip and see if this holds up for us. I'm looking at the bid there, trying to get closer to the 38 even, but it's not giving it to me. So it's 59, 67. So I'm looking to buy dips and go long. Try it again at 15 cents. Now pick me up again, hoping it's not about to make a big flush. We'll try it again. Hopefully that'll be my third good trade, but it's sort of stalled there. There it goes. So now back down to only 33 down here. That's a red candle, so be careful here now. Love it to hold this ATR for support. Which is at the 30, it's like a 30, no, that's a 22, 25 cent. Ah, there it goes. Bam. Look at that, huh? This thing is just no sign of stopping. Can we get any dip back into the, I'll try it there. That's not normally where I would get a dip, but it looks like it's going to continue to break it up there, so I went for it. Down to 20 bucks down. Got my average up to 80% now. That's what I was thinking. Get the average up. Now, there are people that follow my trades with 1,000 shares. Right there on Zoom. They got mad at me on the first trade, and now they're really happy. Again, guys, long biased, I think. Just we're waiting for a bigger breakdown. I wouldn't ride it too far down if it starts to, when you get in and it just starts to break down. Just get out real quick, reassess. You know, if it goes like a buck down, it's just like don't mess around. Damn, man, look at that go. Just chasing it. Some people that just stayed in it are doing great. I'll try to get in just above the 40, 440 now. I'm going to try to hold this till it's green this time. Okay, so now it's hurting me. 39, that's a whole dollar. The only reason I'm not out is because of that ATR right there. I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in because of the ATR, guys. Big chance. Big chance here. Did just what I said don't do. I did it. This could be the breakdown. I was hoping it would get a big push off the ATR, which often happens here. So I'm at 39.17. It's on the way back up. Here we go. Get me green over there. All right, so I recovered. At least I'm green. That was a big chance, though. If you followed me, you did good. But it could have faded, and then I would have been $200 down. So I knew I was taking a chance. But so often that ATR will give it, so I just went with what should work, and that's what should work most of the time. Most of the time. you may be a winner. Reassessing now. I'm looking for some dip down, below this 38 level. There, you can see it here. That was a nice big red candle on the 1 minute. So what happened here? So red is taking over again on the Scalp Pro. Watch that close. But it's stalling at the 440 even, giving us support at 440 even. And it's moved out of the half and whole dollar range of the indicator. So that means it's moved more than $10 up today. Man, I should have just grabbed it. I'm going to go in for it. See if I get it down there at 93. No, it's taking too long. I'm not going to grab it. There, and that's why. Now I'll get it. 40 cent. That was a really bad fill area there. So now I'm red again. Here it comes. You see on the bottom, it's going to hit like 60 cents in a split second here. See where there's the 10 down there? So boom, up to 60 cents, 20, 32, 30, 42, and 54, and 65. There it goes. So we'll take that if it gets it. So now we've got $36. And let's see if it's going to start consolidating here. Maybe it'll be easier to call. Put that at 414. Does seem to be meeting a little level of resistance here, but not on the 5 or 15 minute. We're looking at micro data, so for the what? Oh, somebody complained about the volume. We checked it. It's got to be your computer. There's nothing wrong with the volume. If anybody else is having trouble hearing me, let me know. But we replayed it, and it was crystal clear, nice and loud. Wow, look at that. Was that a shadow wick, or did that actually happen there? I'm going in that if I can get in there. Okay. I just feel like with those kind of movements up and down, we might get a real big push up here. Oh, it's the first red 5 minute, so that's not what I wanted to see. We'll hold it to that ATR. Buy the bid at the ATR. If it hits it, that's 22-ish range. And take the same risk. There it goes. I'm going to take the same risk again. It could make me red all over again, guys. I'm going for the same. That's what trading is, right? We're going for it. So I'm at 38.50 now. No, level 2 does not look good to me. It's not looking good. So let me see if that can recover. There we go. There's a chance there. Break above the ATR. There you go. There we go. 3 swings up. We'll be at 70 cents in a split second here. 80 cents. 80, 430, 38, 80 in a moment. Let's wait for the 80. It was there, and then it faded there. We had a good trade for a second. Now, I can't go above 100 according to the rules we set here. Shares, or I would actually add as this goes up, but I can't, so I'm not going to do that, and we'll take that. It's 80. I'm at the 80, but it didn't pick me up. Should hit the 80. If you looked at the level 2, it was gonna hit that, and then it suddenly just it's almost like somebody's playing shenanigans here. Yeah, because that order got taken away, so that's annoying. I got to deal with spoofers and stuff too, so. Yeah, not good. Well, we had a good trade there, and then it didn't pick me up. I'm still hanging out there for the old data that might show up in a second. 68, 74, 77. Here it goes. Yeah, I was going to say, I can't stop it twice. All right, so that's a little better. Let me get back down to 50 shares. Obviously, if you had 1,000 shares, you'd be right now, you'd have made your daily goal of $5,000. If there's a lot of people that have the same goal that I have. Rather than wait for the large share size, they've taken to watching me stream with their large share size. And sometimes it doesn't go too well for them. When you can average down and average down, or average in and average in, you get a way better chance of recovering, you know. So it is now hovering around this ATR, but we could be having a breakdown. So note the 5 minute. A little worried about buying the dips for a minute here. So let's keep a close eye here to see. May not want to keep buying these dips for a minute. Let's just see if it's going to do something different here off this ATR. So it kind of kept stopping even all the way over here, like more down at the 37.89, 37.89 area. I'll put a smoothing level there so you can get another target. We don't want to see it break that level. So if you went in down here, you made money already. This is actually a bear flag on the 1 minute. Remember, Day Trading Volume 2, they have it here. I have a link for it. Just go to their website, guys. They've got amazing stuff on this channel. And me just trading here took like 3 weeks of me negotiating. And I don't mean for money. I just mean like how I was going to trade. Because I wasn't going to trade exactly all of their products. But I will talk about their products, and I do believe in their products. But the risk factor can be higher, and I worry about like trading the open with you guys. And then I did do it this morning, as I think I showed some of you. I trade the open real quick. Is this Tesla? Yeah, so I did trade the open if you just got on, and I did $500 in a split second there. But it could have gone the other way. You've seen it happen. Even though there's a great strategy in Day Trading Volume 4, you just have to be careful, you know. And that was only 50 shares I did. No, I think I raised that up on that account. All right, so now it hit the 14. It broke through the 9. So I'm reconsidering the dip down here. Let's see. Oh, man, that's not good. 50.89. Even dollar it stopped at. Okay, I'm going to go for it. Big chance as it goes down. Big chance. Looking for a recoil. I have a cushion, so I'm not going to add to this if it keeps going down. I'm just going to get out. But I am looking for a recoil to go back up and get us, maybe break us over $100 here. Let's see. Not good. Getting ready to get out, guys. I don't like the look of it. It's making a new pattern now, so this is not going well on this trade. Needs to start recovering here. It's the even dollar. I want to see it break that even dollar. There it goes again. It keeps breaking. I'm going to get out. Yeah, that's too bad. Well, I was up to 65 and I lost it. But when it broke down through the 37, I was like, you just can't keep riding it. Now, it might go right back up, but I don't know right now. So let's see. Oh, that's too bad. I thought we were on a roll there. AMD's even money. NVIDIA is going up slowly. Market's saying stuff's going down again now. It's on a 15-minute. Yeah, I'm glad it got out. It's still pounding down. Yeah, had I averaged in, it would have toyed with me and then made me even. I would have been down red now, $50 or something. So, yeah, it's That was one of those ones. It's painful to be wrong, but you just had to get out. Remember, stick to your max loss. Be careful. What else could we possibly trade here? It's been hard to call these moves this week, guys. I think I get in an area and then it doesn't move the way it should move, and it just makes it seem like there's no rhyme or reason, but there is. I mean, it does work, you know, over and over. And can it be? Wow! Look at how that trend line stopped that. Did you guys see me draw that trend line yesterday? Yeah, that got seriously respected, huh? I know there's that girl Tori Trades or whatever that does only trades on trend lines, and it makes some sense for the longer term trades. But only does like platinum and oil or something. Yeah, there's on the day chart. I drew that. So you really want to put it on the wick is where you want to mark them. You know, sometimes I've done them on the bodies before, but most of the people do wicks. And then there's the other line that's on a day chart. So that's level 1. So if we go up here, that's level 1 and the trend. So you had 2 things that said go back down there. And it just, you know, if you just wait for those, it's just amazing. But you want to set your stop losses. These are things we're going to be going into next year, taking some of the winning strategies people do. They're going to create a new book. And, you know, we're going to start trading. If you're into swinging, though, I know she does that, and it's somebody than some stupid guy to watch. You know, you get to watch a pretty girl trade. It's just a slippery slope. Stopping right there. You know, I'm a friggin' dinosaur, guys. So, I will say inappropriate things all the time. Apparently, it's inappropriate to compliment how somebody looks, male or female. It should have nothing to do with anything. Well, you know, I have an argument for that. It's a thing called profiling. That's what we do. We profile based on what we see with our eyes. You're going to be blind. Before long, you can't say anything. You know? Doesn't mean that they're a good trader if they look good. And that's just my personal opinion, right? I mean, just let it go, people. Go on with your life. Enjoy your life. Say what you want to say. Quit canceling me. God, the emails I get. And I barely say anything. Can you imagine if I just riffed like the inappropriate, non-filtered way I think? You know, I don't have a filter. I just say stuff. Well, apparently I do have a filter because I've been filtering, and it's painful. It's painful to not just talk. One of the things we're talking about is having a guest trader on with me at the same time that we're bantering. And I can tell you that he is way more inappropriate than I am. So I have no idea what might happen if that goes down, because he's a comedian. He's an actual comedian. So that gets, you know, paid to do comedian stuff. So that would be fun. I thought that would be fun. We've been friends for a long, long time. And, you know, just lighten up on the trading a little bit and have a good time. And lighten up canceling everything I say, please. Just lighten up, folk. Well, I came over here to see, and then it dropped straight down. So I was trying to see where I was going to get some support. I'm hoping it breaks that level. This is about where I have it for the swing trade. So I'd love to see it pop through there and get back into the 90s these days. But with all this stuff going on with China and everything. Yeah, here's another story about that. Micron pulling out the data center chip business in China. People are buying gold like crazy because, you know, they're worried about with the government shutdown, you know, how long before we just have like a little bit of a mini collapse here. And you got to just stop that. You got to get the government open. I want to say something controversial here, guys. Just give them the health care. It's not for illegal aliens. That's just a bunch of bull. It's like people how many people are going to lose health? I wish everybody got health care. You know, that our tax dollars paid for everybody to have health care. Does that mean I'm a socialist? I don't think so. But I do think that lifting people up rather than pushing them down is the way to go. So this one particular issue, you know, don't cut people's health care. That's just the way I feel. I also don't want the government to shut down, so I would say to Democrats, just let it go till later and fight that fight and don't hold them ransom. You know, open up, just let it go, Democrats, and let it be open, then fight for your insurance. So there's both sides, but I feel strongly both ways, like don't use this. But I also feel like they should just give them the health care too. Give us the health care, you know. So both ways. Now you can scream and yell and send me emails and tell me how stupid I am. You know, if you're going to send me an email and critique what I say, please have a point. Don't just call me an ass. Tell me your point of view. Why are you right? Why am I wrong? And why are you not just like, you're a jerk, man. Trump's the man. Did I say anything negative about Trump? I did not. Again, people fill in these things. They, you know, it's not what I said. So, but I'll get something, you know, like that. It's like, whatever. I can't wait till I have help here that can just joke about everything. Then you can send him emails and mess with his brain. He won't lose a wink of sleep. I watched this thing about John Candy. I think it's on Amazon. It's called I Like Me. Look, it's turning around here, so we might be able to trade this. And basically, I think it was either Steve Martin or one of the comics was saying, you know, when you start caring about what people think, that's the kiss of death in this business, you know, in show business. Like you're going to be, I'm not in show business, but I'm talking about that thing. And it's like the kiss of death. And John Candy cared, you know, and it got to him. And he was depressed all the time because he cared so much about what people thought. And he was always trying to help people. He gave everything of himself to help people. Watch the thing. It's I Like Me. He got so much trouble about his weight, you know. It's a great thing, and it's a great lesson too about to get over yourself and stop thinking about what people think about what you think. Just let them worry about themselves. Okay, so I'm not going to jump on this right away. Again, just my opinion. But if you're going to make a point with a nasty email, then make your point. Don't just say you're ugly and stupid. Make a point so I can take you seriously, or you're just a joke otherwise. But totally open mind. Totally open. My mind gets changed all the time. Totally open. So this is why I didn't go long. So here's the market magnet here. Upper level, 50% upper level of the overall volume. This is where I marked early tweezer moves, and we're down here now. So is this the end of its move today? No, I'm not. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Please stop talking to me. Go back to sleep. Yeah, thanks. Maybe Siri can be my sidekick. Oh, I said the name.
Guidance by the company.
Does a tweezer move start you off?
Reported yesterday.
No. I'm trying to think of what I just said. See, I can't trade this either because it's going straight down. I was hoping we'd get some... oh, my God. What's going on, guys? We're burning time here. I don't want to do more bad trades. Let me go back to Tesla and just see if we're going back up and down again. Okay, good. It's starting to move around on the 1 minute. Let's see if we maybe have some if we found a bottom.
MEX, Odyssey, Marine shares up about 6% now.
5 minute doesn't look too good though, does it? Yeah, it's a little. We want to see. You we want to see candlestick, which is high and low price action, kind of moving around in ranges here so that we can get in and out on ceiling and floors. It's the whole nature of this historical data strategy. So I'm not going to go short here, but if it pulls back down, so it kind of hit this level, the 35.50 and the 35 even. So let's see if it tests it a couple more times. It did it here too. No new news. Let me take a look at some other data here. Let's look at the trend. Upward trend it's weaker than it had been. Market's still going down overall, although Tesla's like its own animal. Yeah, I think we can do a dip here. There's the MACD sending it up. Price oscillator saying down, but MACD I trust a lot more sending it up. It's going to break that ATR, guys. Damn, that would have been a good move if we caught that and knew that was going to happen. It hit a bottom here twice and then took off. So this would be a spot I would normally short it. I'm just afraid to short this today, but all right, let's look for a big enough dip down here, maybe 37 even. I would go in at 37 for sure long. So if this drops to 37, I'll go in long. For those of you that have a delay, there it goes. So I went to try to get in there 36.80. So a chance. It's hitting against the 20 right now. And I might hold this longer to add into it. I'm trying to make something happen. I'm not bored. I'm just running out of time. So trying to make something happen here for us. So definitely taking a chance. At the 35 even, I would consider adding into it depending on what it looks like on the level 2. Or if it goes on its way back up. Let's not end with another losing trade today, please. Let's get nice and green. There's 36, it tapped. 35.50, I mean, it tapped. And we've lost our even and half dollars, so whole and half dollars. Oh dear. All right, well, here we go. Do I want to get in down off that level? Yeah, I do. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to assume that it's going to do what it just did and trade like it's supposed to trade. Let me make a level here. You got it. Sometimes you just got to go in based on the data. So there's the 435. Historical data is our friend most of the time. I'm at 93, so I'm past my position finally. Now let's do a real shot through all those moving averages. It's hitting the 9. Let's break the 9, then the 14. Let's get an actual move here so we can make some actual money. There's 50 bucks. I'll take that if it gives it to me. 55 cents. Yeah, it's going to give it to me. There it goes. Yep. So I could have held it longer. Yes, yes, yes. We all are saying that, but it's really good to get green again. Not exactly doing our goal these days, huh? So that was a big chance. I don't think it was a big chance, but it was a chance, especially since I can only go to 100 shares. And I couldn't, if it dropped, I couldn't go to 200 or 400 like I might do normally and then give it more chance to retrace. With these rules, it makes it a little tighter. It's got me a little nervous because I want to be green. But I'm assuming you guys are green along with me. And it dropped off fairly quickly from when I did it. I could have made a little more money, probably 70 bucks. I mean, this is 2 trades, so it just... I got my average back up to 83% or something. 81% according to Charlie's. 81%. Not too bad. She made her 150, so should I hate her? Do I want to hate her? Somebody said you should, I was told, I didn't read it, that you should follow Charlie's trades. Like, and I'm not going to tell you what she said to that, but it was very affirming to me what she said to that. Just go easy on me, guys. Jesus. You attack me when I have some bad days. I'm going to show you the real facts, so you'll see I'll make a video for Day Trading for Success, and I'll show you what we're at this month. There isn't a red day. I don't have a red day, so. All right, so there I am, insecure. I'm feeling like I have to defend myself. Here we are at this ATR again. Man, you know, if we go by logic, we should go. How long ago did it break that? 10:30, 15 minutes ago, 18 minutes ago, it broke that level going the other way. Yeah, so now I don't want to go. Remember last time I went short, it killed me like $80 or something, so I want to trade at long bias still. So we need a dip. Now we could dip off this ATR, I suppose. So here's, look at that flat top right there on the bodies. That's like right there. There's your flat top on the body. So that's line, that's 17. So this line is the wrong one. 5, I think, is the one to remove. Yeah, that's the actual, more of the flat top action for on all the 5 minutes right there. And then if we wanted to mark the 5-minute wick, it's way up there. Well, we could have gone short off the ATR, guys, but now we can go long if it gets down a little lower. See if we can get it to the 37. Because you expect a rejection off this. Now, if you were trading the escalator strategy, you'd get a retest and you'd expect it to drop a long way. But that's designed to go long more than short on the escalator strategy. It's an up escalator, not a down escalator. That's what all the back testing was. But I do know people that trade it short, so you intermix all these strategies from different traders, and then you give them another name, and, you know, everything's been done. It's one pointer. Okay, so see this? Two conflicting things. Magnets up here, but price actions above really where we are. So magnet should pull down, hammering this below the ATR, but it's also above our position, so it's close. But no, it's going to pull this magnet down, and it's going to kind of hit us on the head here. So let's look for an entry down here. Hit the 9. There's the 30. Almost. I'm going to go and try to get it. What I got at 90. Okay, so I can average in if it keeps going down. See the magnet pulled it down. It did exactly what I said was going to happen. That's why that's such a great indicator. 38. There, 116. I'm going to have to call it today at 116, guys, because I got to trade with them at 11 a.m. East Coast time. So hopefully you're doing pretty good. This was a little better than yesterday. And I will try to get that recap out. If not today, then on Saturday. And I just haven't had time to make a lot of videos. The Day Trading for Success channel is just dying. But hopefully you're making money over here. And I appreciate you watching. Remember, guys, trading a sim first. Be careful out there, all right? And go green, and I will see you next time. See you on Monday, hopefully.